you? You don't know? Don't tell me Hispanic and Latino, raza and mestizo. What were you before the white man called you Hispanic and Latino? And where were you? You were here on this continent. What did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak? What was your name? It could not have been Hernandez, Garcia, or Vasquez. They don't have those names where you and I come from. No! What was your name? And why don't you know what your name was then? Where did it go? When did you lose it? And how did you lose it? Who took it? And how did they take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where is your history? And how did the man wipe out your history? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the color of your hair? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate your own race? Who taught you to kill yourself, brown on brown? Who taught you that the word Mexican, Central American, and Native American should be frowned upon? Who taught us to accept this shit? Who taught us to stop fighting? Who taught us to pledge allegiance to a colonial country? Who taught us that stealing land was okay? Who taught us that genocide, hey, it happens to everyone? Who taught you to call yourself Hispanic and Latino and raza and mestizo? Who taught you to stay ignorant? Who taught you to ask when the babies are born, ¿Nació morenita? Is she light? Does she have blue eyes? That's racism. Who taught us to sell out? Who taught us to forget about our history? Indian schools have taught us that. Bleach, blonde, novela women and dark maids on the background have taught us that. Their swords, when they chopped up our hands, have taught us that. Their lives written and distributed throughout Europe have taught us that. Modern day Indian schools have taught us that. Slaves are ignorant. If we're ignorant, are we slaves? Now wait, we're talking about 2008. But really think. Life keeps slaves. Tell the slave he has no brain, he won't bother using it. Tell the slave that he is free and that those chains around his neck and feet are actually cute little bracelets. Tell the slave that he should be lucky to eat at the master's table. Tell him to be thankful that you own him, because without you, where would he be? Apocalypto. Dead we lay in graves, still in ignorance, and still we think we're free, and never question our identity. You see, Malcolm, you talked about embracing ourselves, that need to have cultural spines. We need to be fearless when we're claiming our heritage, history, and identity. We have to be unapologetic for being who we are. You taught us not to forget about the crimes against us. You taught that to Africans and blacks. But you also spoke to my people. But we were too deaf to listen, too blind to see. But you were speaking to us. You were speaking to me. We will never forget what happened to us in 1492 and 1519. But how do we fight to forget something and remember it when we're not even taught? Our history is a mystery. There's dots, but we can't connect them. There's blood pouring, but we don't know where it's coming from. There's pain, but we don't know how to make it go away. But we're learning. We're learning that we survived the bloodiest years of humanity's history. We're learning that being light-skinned only means that we have a deeper racial scar. I'm still indigenous. We are learning our history as indigenous people. Not mestizo. I'm not half of this and 3/5 that and 3/8 that. I'm indigenous. As we learn, we get angry. We realize the depth of our oppression. We realize the true definition of colonization. We're getting angry because we're beginning to feel the fire of racism. We're sick of Disney and their Nazi McIntyres. We're sick of white supremacists being hauled through the wires. We're going to burn down the master's house and build ourselves up. Mind you, the master's house was built on our land. The time will always be now. People just started asking how, like the Mapuche of the Andes, we will never give up our land. Like Zapata and Villa, land of liberation. That is our commitment. Let's take it up on this generation. Today and every day until liberation will be the day of resistance. The day to say no to the continuing genocide. Genocide. Because we're living without millions of our people by our side. Genocide. Because we don't even know that we're the victims of genocide. Where 95% of our population was wiped out. Malcolm said, I'm not going to sit at your table and watch you eat and nothing on my plate and call myself a diner. Sitting at the table doesn't make you a diner unless you eat some of that food that's on that plate. Being here in America doesn't make you American. No, I'm not American. I'm one of the millions of Mexicans, Central Americans, Native Americans who are victims of Americanism. I'm speaking as a victim of this American system, and I see America through the eyes of a victim. I don't see an American dream. I live the American nightmare. See, I see drugs. I see alcohol. I see our youth killing each other on the streets. I see violence. I see massive teenage pregnancies. I see parents who come home too tired to rock their own babies to sleep. I see generations lost in addictions. I see beautiful women lost in low self-esteem. I see beautiful men drown in drinks. I see America for what it really is, a nightmare. But the problem is that we're not asleep, you see. This is what Malcolm said. But if we don't stand for something, we may fall for anything. If we don't stand for something, we may fall to anything. We may fall for a street name, fall for a love game, fall for $1 million, fall for the liquid that numbs your veins, fall for short-term solutions that hide away the pain. We have to stand for our land. Stand for our land and not fall again, you see. We're just getting up. We're just getting up from the fall that took 500 years. Fall of our cities, the fall of our accomplishments, the fall of our pride, the fall that has lasted 500 years. Get up and dust away all that shit. We did not get here on the Mayflower. We've been here. We are tired of colonialism. We want to call ourselves by the names that our ancestors called ourselves. Remember the marches, the protests, the walkouts? The word's getting out. My people are developing courage, and we're getting angry. My people are awakening. We're young, and we're strong. We're brown, light brown, and dark brown, and we're educated and infuriated. We have a right to be angry. We have a right to learn. We have a right to take back what's ours. Doesn't matter if it happened 500 years ago. There will be nothing holding us back, because 500 years, that's way too long. 500 years is way too long. And the last quote I'll leave you with, Malcolm said, nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality or justice or anything